Today we're going to be assembling a Vicehead Resinworks 1980 to 1986 F350s kit. This kit involves 4 vehicles actually, with some variation between them. We have two here and here, crew cab dolly trucks. And then we have a crew cab single wheel and a crew cab dolly flatbed. So these kits are fairly easy to assemble. Shouldn't take much extra work for you, but we do have a couple little parts. We have little bumpers on 3 of them. The flatbed obviously wouldn't have the stock bumper. Those are all rear bumpers. And then the wheels. This one is the flatbed chassis. As you can see, it has no bed on it. So I'm going to get these painted up, and we'll come back for assembly. Today we're going to assemble the Vicehead Resinworks F350s kit. This is 80 to 86 Ford F350s. This particular kit actually comes with more pieces than you see here. So we have a single wheel and a dual wheel, another dual wheel, and a flatbed. So the single wheel and dual wheel assemble exactly the same way. So I'm just going to cover that all with one. And if you take a look here, we did a little bit of good detailing on it. I did the best I can to get some amber into the turn signal markers, get the grille chromed. I forgot to paint that bumper, but this bumper's painted and looks kind of horribly painted. If you look on the back of this one, you can see we also did tail lights in red. So did a good bit of detail on these. They came out looking pretty good as far as my painting skills go. That might be getting better. Just might. I'm not sure. Should have painted the rear bumper on this. I might do that. So we're going to start putting these together. I have some miscellaneous wheels here. I am 1 wheel short because I accidentally launched one and it has disappeared. So because of that, unfortunately, I don't have all the wheels, but we will start a wheel pile over here for now. And we're going to start with the crew cab F350. Very simple, is remove it from the supports like we would with everything else. I usually just go and kind of little pressure, cut around the edges there. There's usually a few big supports on each one. Not too many, 4 to 8 depending on the model. You know, these probably have, say, 4, I think. I'll give it a decent cut around there. And these do have mirrors, but their attachment is thinner than the supports, so we're not going to use them on this particular one. But if you look real close, right there's a mirror. It'll even focus in on it. It's not going to focus in on it, but right there's a mirror that if you really wanted to, you could place on. I'm not going that hardcore, but we can go ahead and take our model and take our glue and just glue our wheels in place. Nice and simple. So we're going to put one right about there. And then let that dry a moment. Put a front wheel in. I accidentally overpainted one of these front wheels. So if I wanted to, one of these trucks would just have a spare on the front, because I painted the blue with the airbrush. So we're going to let that dry a moment. Flip it over and put your other wheels on. Let those dry a moment. I want to tweak them to sit them in the center of the wheel well. But you got a good bit of room to work with there. So there's our wheels on. Then all we got to do is get this rear bumper off. This rear bumper is going to probably be a snip's job because it is a little fragile. So I'm going to come in here and just take a couple snips to get these supports to disappear. If I would have painted this bumper silver, it would have been more to the correct color. But I didn't, so we're having a body color bumper on a really fancy front end. Now if you take a real close look there, if this thing will even focus in on it, you can see a little tiny hitch and a little bump in there. So the hitch goes down towards the bottom. So we're going to take our glue, put a drop in each spot, and hopefully not launch this all over the place in the process. And we have that right. We'll just put our bumper right in place. And there you go. I really messed the painting up on that one, but there is our 80 to 86 F350 pickup truck. And then that kit also includes a flatbed version, which is right here. Process is basically almost exactly the same, except no rear bumper. So we have supports supporting our flatbed here. We're going to take those off. Again, the key is to get the one or two large supports in there. And the truck was almost already off anyway. So we have a flatbed. I'm going to have to paint that other part. But it goes together just like our flatbed kit. So if you look real close, there are 2 holes and 2 pins. This one does not come with a lift cylinder. If you wanted to, you could always put a piece of support in there as a lift cylinder. But if you snip one of those little pins off right in here, that'll allow you to glue this into place. Which I gotta do a little more painting on this one, I think. So you can go ahead and put one pin in, get the other one just in place, and it'll sit together just like that. Like I said, I gotta do a little more painting on it. So I'm not gluing that part yet, but we do have some wheels we can put on. They're the same process. The wheels, this thing would stay together. Glue helps a lot with that. The wheels for the back just glue in place on each one of those nubs, and the fronts are the same on this one. So there you go, how to put together the Vicehead Resinworks 80 to 86 F350s kit. And you can see we got 2 pretty neat, unique little work truck models there. Great for your maintenance of way or a contractor, or anything else really. If you wanted, you could even take the flatbed and turn it into a dump with putting some sides on it.